Notts tighten their grip with James 155. In the Division 2 table, Nottinghamshire and Middlesex are separated by just a few points in first and second respectively, but the top side, led by Hasib Hamid's 101, dominated their visitors, putting on 378 for the loss of just 4 wickets. Lyndon James unbeaten on 90 and Mulaney going well on 79 when they returned to Trent Bridge for the second day of play. Rain delayed the start until after lunch, and Middlesex struck in the first over. Mulaney left. Murtagh said thank you very much as the off-stump cartwheeled away. Lyndon James was looking for his 100, but had to be patient. Conditions not quite as conducive now with moisture in the air, but with 4 off Murtagh, he moved to his century, up to the mark of 169 balls. Notts were closing in on 400 now. Tom Moores took them to that mark, hands flashing at Murtagh, 4 runs added. But that was about all he would muster, out caught behind soon after. Patterson-White joined James and Middlesex couldn't capitalise on their momentum. The two settled in together, moving the score past 450 and playing their way to a 50-run partnership of 80 balls, which went from strength to strength. James batting with freedom, Middlesex with no answer. And with a flat 6 off Holman, he went to 150. Uncharted waters for the 23-year-old all-rounder. Holman finally had a reply. James outcaught by Helm, out for 155, a magnificent innings recognised by his opponents as he walked off the field of play. Pattinson's first contribution was to take the total to 500, with a couple down to fine leg, and the score was 516 for 7 at tea. Notts' grip on the game tightened after another fine session for the hosts. Notts emerged with a clear goal, shown by Pattinson's aggressive approach. It took Patterson-White to his 50, making room for himself. Helm slapped for 4. The 8th wicket stand was worth 50 off 44 when Pattinson sent another huge 6 soaring over the leg side to bring up 550. Patterson-White was looking for another big shot to Holman, but only picked out Stoneman. Mulaney took that as his cue to wave them in, declaring on 551 for 8. James's wonderful 155 had only been made possible by the positive start of Hamid on 101, but he'd set the tone too. The score, a massive one. Holman, the most effective bowler with 4, had taken plenty of punishment. His wickets came at a cost of 122 runs. The start of the innings wasn't much kinder to Middlesex. Robson out LBW to Pattinson in the 4th over. The score was up to 28 when Fletcher charged in, Eskenazi missed, and the burly Notts bowler hit. The number 3 bowled for 4. It was Davis's turn to go next, trapped in front for a duck by Patterson. Notts on the charge late in the day. Stoneman and Holden held on, the former heading for a 50, the latter sticking alongside him as the score slowly ticked along. The start had been difficult, 3 wickets had tumbled, but with Stoneman there, hope remained for the visitors, and with 4 off James, he gave the visiting balcony something to cheer, up to 50 off 78 balls. The 50-run partnership was doing well to hold off the Notts attack. They were looking a little laboured now in the evening sun as 3 figures ticked over on the scoreboard, but they found the wicket they wanted. Stoneman out-bowled by Patterson-White for 67. Middlesex 4 down now with the close of play 2 overs away. Tom Helm survived an awkward final few minutes, both sides walking off with the score 106 for 4. Middlesex trailing by 445, and that late wicket leaving Nottinghamshire back in total control, even if at times they did look a little concerned. There's a lot of work to be done by the visitors when they come back for day 3, but they don't have a huge amount of batting left to come. Some determined displays are a necessity.